Welcome. We are back another day in the market. Pretty crazy day, pretty volatile. We're going to talk about Bitcoin first. After that, we're going to talk about the market probably a little bit more in depth tonight because things are actually going on. We've kind of, had a couple weeks of just kind of the same thing, just large caps just floating higher like they're on autopilot, and then small caps and mid caps showing weakness, very similar to like July, if I'm remembering that correctly. But yeah, we're going to talk about the market. After that, we're going to talk about CLOV, we're going to talk about Fisker, CEI, few swings, and we should have time for take requests tonight. I know we haven't done a lot of those in a while, but there's really not that much to talk about apart from the overall market, so we should have time to do take requests tonight. So hopefully you're excited for that. And yeah, cool. All right, let's get started. Bitcoin, if we take a look at it on the daily, yeah, it just doesn't look that good. You have a very similar formation to what you had over here, right? Very, very similar price action. Broke down and broke under 59.5k support, retested it as resistance, and then fell again. Just doesn't look good on the daily. But if we go over to the 4-hour chart, we got a little bit of a potential dragon pattern with potential classic bullish divergence. Now, if we're going to be exact, I still think we can call it class B, classic bullish divergence. Pretty much the same low on price with the higher low on the oscillators. If you really want to, you could just call it bullish convergence. But yeah, I mean, that's really it for Bitcoin. Ethereum, 39.61 is the support. Got a little bit of resistance around 43.84. That's about it for right now. Potential hidden bullish divergence on the daily, and also if I'm sure it looks very similar to Bitcoin, you kind of have a little bit of a dragon pattern potentially. And then OMI is still just going sideways, nothing to really update there. So let's spend some time talking about the market. Futures have been all over the place. Right after the close, futures were red and they turned pretty green, and now they're completely flat. So futures don't know what to do. The market's going up and down. The S&P went from all-time highs to session lows at the close. Just a pretty interesting day across the board. So I'm gonna break down everything, and we're gonna talk about my thoughts on the market in depth for a second here. What's up, KTF, Corey, Sunny, Neutron, Jack, Alex? How's everybody doing? So I guess we could just get started talking about the market. I don't know. The stream's been a little bit quieter lately. Is what it is, I guess. Appreciate everybody who is showing up though. And yeah, Jax is out of curiosity. Are you doing ticker requests tonight? It's 2 a.m. so I need to make a choice about sleep soon. I will be. I don't know for how long I will be, but I will be probably in about half an hour, I'd say. Maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit sooner than that. We'll see. Might be a shorter stream. I don't know. We're gonna see. We'll see what the vibes are. Let me skip that song. So yeah, where is JG? I'm not sure. I don't know if there's been many sharks on CLOV lately for JG to be talking about. So yeah, today was interesting. You know, nothing too crazy, but Powell has been reelected. That's nice in my opinion. I'm a fan of how Powell has handled things this year. Definitely hasn't done it perfectly, but I think it's impossible to handle things perfectly, especially after an event like COVID. So I think for the market, Powell being reelected is good. Not trying to be political here. Again, whatever your political opinion is, I respect. I'm just giving my opinion. I like Powell as the Fed chair. And yeah, that's really it. I think we had a nice reaction to that in the morning. I don't really know when that was kind of announced. But this is from Reuters.
I gotta get back for dinner.
Joe Biden's pick of Jerome Powell to continue as Fed chair reassured investors who said it gave some predictability as a central bank prepares to start hiking rates and slows the pace of bond buying. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree. We have a good idea. You know, I think the worst thing for the market is uncertainty. This gives us certainty that, you know, we still have Powell. You know, there's still going to be uncertainty with the economy like always, but I think it's better than not having Powell. But again, I actually literally know nothing about the other person. So I'm not trying to act like I know that much about this stuff. I really don't. Biden also has 3 Fed seats to fill, including the vice chair for supervision, and intends to pick those in early December. Powell's current term, which is due to run out in Feb 2022, has proven positive for risk assets, with the S&P gaining 70% since his appointment in 2018, which is insane, alongside the COVID pandemic. So online bettors gave Powell a 79% chance of being confirmed by the U.S. Senate as of Monday morning, down from a 90% chance in September. So yeah, I mean, kind of, you know, not too much of a change, but in my opinion, that could be better than an actual change. I don't know. Cheddar Free shared the economic calendar over the weekend. Tomorrow we have manufacturing PMI, market composite PMI. Wednesday is a huge day. We have quarter-over-quarter GDP, core durable goods, initial jobless claims, and FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. Even crude oil inventories. I have to sneeze, but I can't. So yeah, Wednesday's gonna be crazy, and then it's also kind of, I mean, in my opinion, Wednesday's kind of like the end of the week for the market. It's not literally the end of the week for the market, but you have Wednesday, and then there's no market. The market's closed on Thursday. And then Friday is only a half day. It might just be like I've seen a few half days this year, especially Fridays that were just very low volume. I'm not saying just for this year, but a lot of Fridays that are like shorter, just in general shorter days. You know, a lot of times I've seen like, you know, the first hour of the day just insanely aggressive trading up and down, and just a lot of volatility, and then it just completely dries out. Again, that's always indicative of the future. So there's not 100% chance of that happening, but we'll see. I don't know. For me, it's like Wednesday's kind of when the majority of things will be over for the market this week, and then Friday we might just have a little bit of whatever. So that's what's going on with that. Sonny says, imagine if CV was a Fed chair. You trust me, do not want me to be handling any of that stuff. The economy will probably collapse. I'm good at charts, and I'll stick to that. Jack says, we're on the block because you have a trading view discount code. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit. KTF says, I've already noticed low volume on some of the stocks I follow. Yeah, just kind of a lot of meh lately. It's just not been super clear. So I don't know. I'm trying to just use some time here. I'm hoping that more people join the stream before I start talking about the market, but I might just go for it. I don't know. The thing is, it's like, it's always like after I say like all the important things, it's when like the stream viewership like doubles, and then I'm just like sitting here like kind of how I am right now. So I'm just trying to see if more people will hop in before I start breaking down my thoughts on the market. What's up, Lindsay Glenn? How you doing? Thank you for the 15 likes. That's a pretty good ratio, like to viewers. What's up, Dave Jazz? How you doing? All right, let's get started. I'm just going to start with the daily charts for the overall market. S&P 500. Bearish engulfing candle on the daily, large upper shadow. NASDAQ, bearish engulfing candle on the daily, somewhat upper shadow. ARK ETF, not a bearish engulfing candle, but just yet another red day selling off lower. I said this, you know, if it breaks that level, that make or break area, the next level is 106, pretty close to that. I went down to 107.5 today. I still have to sneeze, come on. And then the IWM also had bearish engulfing candle. Apart from that, we can look at a couple other things. Gold flushed today. The dollar went up today. I mean, were we not talking about the breakout of the cup and handle, and then the back test, and then the break above 94.64? We were talking about it. The Dow Jones, meh. Hang Seng Index down 1%. Evergrande up 2%. And then the US 10-year retesting 1.64, the low from 2015. So those are your daily charts. Let me kind of go to lower time frames now and break things down a little bit further. We're going to start off with the 1 hour chart on the S&P 500 and what is going on over here. So last night on stream, chart looks pretty much something like this. Well, like that. And I was saying, I was watching two different levels. One, 47.14 on the S. Let me see if it's on this chart as well. It is. So I said I was watching two different levels, which was one pretty much this resistance over here. Let me actually take this line off. I was watching this ascending triangle formation. Okay, you had 2 touches on the demand line, 3 touches of the resistance. So you got your 5 touches right there. And I said, break above this triangle to the upside could allow for a nice move. Break below it could send it lower. Both happened. Both of the scenarios happened. And basically this morning, I woke up like 8 minutes after the open, and if I would have woken up at the open, I would have seen that it gapped right above this resistance into a new all-time high pretty much. And I wish I was up just 8 minutes earlier, because I 100% would have taken calls off of that gap up. But by the time I woke up, the S&P was like already like in this area, so didn't end up grabbing calls, just watched it, and it started selling off later in the day. Not too later, like an hour and a half later. And it came back down to retest what was once a resistance and attempt to flip it into a support. It did a little bit of a messy job. It got quite low on that candle, but it eventually did allow for a nice intraday rally, and things were looking good. Okay, we had a breakout gap up in the morning for the S&P. We somewhat back tested the previous resistance as support, and we were heading higher. And then I don't know what happened, but we flushed hard, and that was very surprising to me. Did not expect that. I was green on the day up until this candle. This candle closed the day red for me personally, and it was pretty frustrating. But yeah, I mean, it was like, if we just take away this one candle from a technical standpoint, you have a pretty good edge right there. And then I don't know what it was. I didn't really see any technical indicators for it. I guess the candle right before it was kind of a shooting star candle, but like, you know, still that's a lot. So you ended up closing the day for the S&P with a large bearish engulfing candle in the 1 hour. You completely disregarded your previous resistance as support. You broke under it, and you also completely disregarded this demand line. So basically technicals just went out the door for the last half an hour of the day, except you did kind of come back down to this blue zone, which we've been talking about for a while. I mean, we've been talking about this blue zone since like last week, and it kind of just closed at that area. So yeah, pretty weird stuff. Into the close, we didn't really see any strength going into tomorrow for the 1 hour chart. I'd like to see the S&P hold 467-ish, or just this blue zone in general, which does go down to 466. Breaks under 466, I see room down to 462. Honestly, can get there quick too. You know, if it does something like this, I could see a quick fall down to 462. There's no certainty. It's just there really isn't much data between 466 and 462. Honestly, if this blue zone breaks, I might play puts tomorrow. But I don't know. So that's your S&P 1 hour chart. Kind of whack. That's probably the word I'm going to use. NASDAQ 1 hour chart. I think we talked about the classic bearish divergence in the rising wedge. Well, it tried to break up, and then it just flushed, and then it broke the demand line, and then it pretty much closed at this little low from November 18th. So if that breaks tomorrow, the next level I'd be watching is probably around 15,778, and then after that 15,700. But that's your NASDAQ 1 hour chart, and the ARC 1 hour chart. Let's see. I think we also talked about this range over here. Now you're approaching this 106 historical support. You can see from some lows and highs in the past. And let's see if we can spot a harmonic. Not really what I'm looking for. It's close to a shark. C point's a little bit shallow though. D point went down to 93% retrace, so not really textbook. But an XABCD nonetheless is what it is. And bearish engulfing candle at the close. That's the ARC. Really what I'm going to be spending time on tonight in terms of the market is Russell 2000. So really, I mean, the S&P hit all-time highs this morning, and then it went down, I think, a little bit like 1% off the high. We could check that really quickly. So the S&P dropped, yeah, about 1% off the high. But literally all-time highs in the morning. The Russell 2000, on the other hand, was at all-time highs on November 8th, and it's been selling off. It's been pretty much down 5% from that high in about 2 weeks. So small caps have just been vastly underperforming. We already know this. But what is going on over here on the Russell 2000? You look at this daily chart, you have this ascending triangle or range. I mean, there's two different ways. You could look at it like an ascending triangle, or you could just plot a support zone over here and look at it as a range. Two different ways to view it. Looks like it's attempting to continue to backtest the previous resistance. Now, you did have your lowest close since it broke above this level. And, you know, different traders will say different things. Different traders will say you're still back testing. Different traders will say it's a failed breakout. Just depends on what level you're using as your breakout level to watch. Personally, I have a blue zone over here. I kind of extended a little bit today, but basically my zone of resistance or prior resistance starts at around 230 from this high over here and this high over here and this high over here. Okay. And then I also have that zone going up to this high, and then I also include these two highs over here. So this is the zone of prior resistance we saw pretty much the whole entire year that we broke above on November 3rd. Had only a few days of upside after that breakout, and we've been pulling back since. And it's very common after such a large breakout to back test your breakout. However, it's just not really shown much. You've had a couple bounces off of this zone on Friday and today. It's really having issues closing above this zone though. You know, I want to see it close above 234.5 and hold above that. You know, you don't want to be, backtest should not be something where you do it forever. Backtest, in my opinion, you want it to be quick. You want to show very quickly that what was once resistance is a clear support. There shouldn't be a lot of tug of war around that. So that's the one thing I would say. Also, I did already talk about that bearish engulfing candle on the daily, but you also kind of have a bull flag developing over here. You got a couple touches on the bottom line, a couple touches on the supply line. So you have a bull flag for a back test. There is the potential for hidden bullish divergence on the daily for the Russell 2000. So you have variables, it's just not really reacting as of right now. So going into tomorrow, I think tomorrow and maybe even the day after, or just this week in general, is a decent sign as to what December could be like for small caps, okay? I think right now we're going to see if this is a real breakout that is just being back tested, or if it was a fake out and then we come back under this zone. And if we do, I think we're going to drop back down to either this demand line or maybe even the bottom of the range. So tomorrow, the day after, maybe even Friday is really make or break days for the Russell 2000. If we go over to the 4-hour chart, you have potential hidden bullish divergence. You can see that wedge a little bit more clearer. Then if we go down to the 1-hour chart, you can see the wedge even more clearer. You have some 1-hour classic bullish divergence. So yeah, the one thing I don't like about the 1-hour chart is that it didn't really, after breaching under 233.5, it didn't close any candles above it, and it used it as resistance on the final hour of the day. And if we go back in time, you can see 233.5 is the highest from June. So going into tomorrow, I would love to see the Russell break above and hold above 233.5. That could be huge for small caps. If it cannot, then like I said last night on stream, 230, pretty much the bottom of this little previous resistance zone, could be where you're headed to next on the Russell 2000. I'm going to come back to both the Russell and the SPY in a little bit to do some day trade recaps from premium, but we're going to move on for right now. And I'm going to move on to CLOV. And honestly, there's not much to talk about. You know, after a gap down like this, I need to wait for data to appear. There's no patterns, there's no divergence. You are oversold, but that's about all the indicators you have. You do have a bearish engulfing candle on the daily. You had a new all-time low and an all-time low close today. You're oversold on the RSI, but that's really your only variable right now. I hope it goes up, but I'm not just going to talk about CLOV just to talk about CLOV. If there's variables, whether good or bad, I will share them with you on stream. There just really isn't a technical edge on CLOV. You know, after you have sharp moves up or sharp moves down, there isn't really much of a technical edge you can have, right? There wasn't much of a technical edge up here to either direction, and there isn't one over here. It just comes down to what you think about CLOV fundamentally long term. You can make that decision for yourself, but you know, I'm not going to spend a lot of time until there's variables to talk about on the chart. CEI, boom, talked about it on Twitter, Discord, and stream on this day, was literally the low, and was up not 20% today. Very nice move, put in the highest high of its rally. Could be headed to 158 next. Actually, I think it was up after hours. 158 is a gap fill. It was actually down after hours, I don't know. So keeping a close eye on CEI. These are kind of the levels of resistance I'm watching, 1.58 and 1.88. And then support I got is 1.19. You also have a gap fill on CEI around to 1.27. So nice to see this chart doing things. Microm, you were talking about quite a bit. It was a 5,000% profit trade last Friday for premium members. Had another move this morning, so it went even higher this morning. But unfortunately, just like a lot of other large caps today, it just sold off throughout the day after a very nice first hour of the day. But it did close above 83, and I'm going to be watching this level tomorrow. I'm going to be watching 83 tomorrow morning, seeing if it can hold as support. I'd love to see like an intraday double bottom with a little bit of divergence off that level. Because you can see resistance here. It is pretty loose, but you somewhat bounced around that area on a few candles there. So I'll be watching that level tomorrow, maybe see if it lines up with any EMAs. Not really. So that's that. And then Fisker, nothing. It was completely flat today. Technicals did not change at all. Nothing to really talk about. Just once, I mean, it was up, it was down, just closed sideways. In terms of the ongoing swings, we got BIIB, which stopped out today. I did talk about that hidden bearish divergence last night on stream. Technically, it's still in this wedge, but it did have its lowest close in a long time, and it did confirm a close under the 257 support and under the stop loss. So yeah, just not a good time for swings lately. VIPS did bounce a little bit today. It was up 1%. The trade itself is down 11%. Earnings just messed it up, so just bad luck. I mean, it's pretty frustrating, honestly, but it is what it is. And then shared a new idea today, not financial advice. BLO, pretty simple. If you watched last night's stream when I was doing scanning for the watch list, this was one of the tickers I looked at, and I said last night on stream I want to see if it can bounce off the level. Well, this morning I saw it did bounce off the level. And what level are we talking about? The potential right shoulder, just somewhat parallel to this April 20 low, and this $69 level lines up with a entry to a gap in June. It lines up with a low from May 2019, a low from December 2018. It lines up with the resistance from 2017. and resistance from 2016. So a huge historical major level, which makes risk management a bit easier. In terms of how I set this up, my thought process behind it, I also want to note that you do have the potential for hidden bullish divergence on the daily. I looked into the company a little bit. Looks like a lot of other energy stocks that I've seen before. Nothing too crazy. I was looking at how it's performing on a bunch of different earnings, just some quick checks. Nothing that really stood out to me too much, just mainly a chart play here. In terms of how I was looking at this, well, pretty much this is the level I'm really watching, the $69 level. So pretty much entry was right there. In terms of the targets, I just looked for my resistances. Got some resistance at 79 right over here. Second target, I put the top of this neckline or resistance range. I've had to use this whole entire stream and I just can't. It's really annoying. Nope. Super close right there. All right, and then the third target was around 93, which is a high from over here and a low from over here. So just looking for historical resistances for targets. In terms of the stop, this was a little bit trickier. Now, I already knew that I wanted this to be my first target. It's 11% gain if it gets there, and it's a very clear resistance, and it could be an area where it runs up to and then just can't break through if, let's say, the market starts pulling back or something. So I really wanted that to be my first target. Also, the main thing I'm playing is this level, so I want the entry to be around these areas. So I was thinking, all right, so how do we make this equitable? If we zoom out on the chart, if I wanted to put the stop loss just under the left shoulder, it would just be a little bit too tight. That's only a 5% stop loss, and it's only just under this gap fill from September 24th. So I noticed that this level right here, if $69 does break that historical level, you still have this level right over here, okay, which is your left shoulder. It's a high from over here and a high from over here. So that's still a potential level for it to bounce, okay? So I know that I didn't want the stop loss, above this green box. And then I just kind of looked a little bit more left, and this is a gap fill candle, so I didn't want to put it under that. So I just went to the candle next to it. So basically, it's not the most technical stop, but I'm just working with what I can here. I put it just a few cents under the low from September 23rd, and I wanted to make sure that it just makes sense from a standpoint of reward to risk, because if I were to place a stop under these levels, right, then you have a negative or a 0.62 reward to risk, where it just doesn't really make sense. I've never shared a swing that looks like that, where the potential for a loss is greater than the potential for a gain. So that's really just how I looked at it. It was mainly, I knew where I wanted my entry and my targets, and I just had to make the stop loss work with it. It's not the most perfect stop by any means, but that's just kind of the explanation of how I looked at that. I know the lump was asking about it earlier in the Discord, so that was kind of my reasoning behind it. A few different things there. So that was VLO. And we talked about crypto. We talked about the overall market. Futures are still flat. We talked about CLOV, ongoing swings. We covered a lot really quickly. So let's talk for a little bit. Let me just give it a little bit of an update on the watch list we created last night. I did take a couple tickers off of it already. That just didn't look good today. PIRS. I'm just going to run through the watch list we created last night. Kind of just looks the same. It was down 4% today, but still is kind of testing this 3.52 level, which used to be a resistance. Still around the 886 retracer, right at it, and the 200-day moving average. I would really like to see a bounce on PIRS tomorrow, and then maybe that classic bullish divergence can start developing again. Still keeping a close eye on it. VXRT, I don't think we actually found this one last night, but this was on the watch list, I think, last week for premium. Still keep an eye on this one. 6.58 is the support. It's just above, and it just broke out of a wedge. MPW, I think it was also a previous from a previous watch list. It's just still on my watch list, kind of looking like a cup and handle. FUBO, this is what I said last night on stream. I'm only putting on the watch list to see if it could react at the 1.13 retrace, and it didn't. Went down to 1.18. So what I was watching on FUBO just got invalidated, so I'm taking that off my watch list for right now. And then HBAN really didn't move today. It was up 1%. BHC, I don't really like how it fell under this little $26 level, but I'll just keep it on my watches for a while to see how this handle develops. Maybe it eventually, even if it does go lower first, maybe it does something like this. And then over here is maybe where I'd like it more. Microvast down a few percent today. Still kind of looks like it's back testing the breakout. It actually bounced off this, at least how I have this supply line drawn, to bounce off of it. And then SOFI, I was really liking the chart last night. And this is why you got to wait for confirmation. It just didn't hold the 1990 level I was hoping for. So I don't know. It's just a little bit tougher to really, look at this for a little bit. I'll keep it on my watch list. I'll see if eventually that hidden bullish divergence starts confirming. But yeah, that's just like an update on how the watch list is looking compared to last night. Again, it's just a watch list. I don't make watch lists so that every single ticker can go up. I make watch lists so that the ones that do start confirming variables could potentially be swings. That's what I make them for. So let me read the chat for a second. Hit the like button if you didn't already. Hit the subscribe button if you didn't already. Looks like we just have a quieter stream again tonight, unfortunately. The chat's actually really active considering there's 30 people in here. Pretty active chat, so thank you for all of you participating in the chat. Linda Glenn says, just got home, was a bad day at work, bad day with stonks. Jeez, sorry to hear that. Just got to keep going, keep moving forward. Nick says, I just subscribed and liked on my work account, not Florida Nick or financial advice. So is this Florida Nick? Jeff says, Roblox put printed today. Nick says, slept in and sold when I woke up, lol. Jeff says, bunch of selling off into close on a lot of stocks. They have ran for a while. Didn't spy of quad bearish divergence though if you still ignore little islands. On what time frame? I don't know what time frame. Maybe you're talking about 1 hour? From this island to this one, to this one, to this one? I don't know. You said 4 hour, literally right after that, my bad. Well, I only see, yeah, 2 islands over here. So you did have bearish divergence pretty much right over here, and it played out right over here. So this was the dip that it played out on, if I'm seeing that correctly. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? He's not that guy, pal. What's up, Pablo? Wish went under $4 today. Holy moly. Have a good one, Zeke. Frank the Tank says SPY calls from running today. Oh yeah, let's go over that. Let's go over the premium day trades from today. Before I do that, just some reminders. First off, let's start with TradingView. Okay. Got the TradingView mug right over here. There you go. You can see it. TradingView does not sponsor me. But I do have a referral link that can get you up to $30 off on top of their Black Friday sale, which is currently live, which is up to 60% off plus a month free. So you're getting up to 60% off plus a month free plus up to $30 off. Do the math yourself. It's insane. I use TradingView on literally every single stream. That's what I chart on. I'm on it all day. You all know how much I love TradingView. I've literally reached out to them asking them to sponsor me. Unfortunately, have not secured that yet. But they don't sponsor me currently. I just love TradingView. Like, it's a company I love. And it's pretty much the application I use more than any other. So for all of you that are interested in getting pro plans on TradingView, if you want to use my referral link to get up to $30 off on top of all the Black Friday stuff, that'll be the second link in the description. And you can use that referral link if you choose to. Apart from that, on Sunday, okay, less than a week out, premium prices will be raising. I've said this for a while. They're going to be raising every couple of months. So they're raising again. Currently, you can get in for $35 on your first month and $30 every month you renew. Next Sunday or this Sunday, it's going to be $40 for your first month. And I can no longer say for the price of $1 a day because it's going to be $35 a month renewals. So, I'm sure a lot of you have heard me say for the price of $1 a day. I actually can't say that anymore starting Sunday. I could still say it right now because it's 30-month renewals. Unfortunately, on Sunday, you cannot join premium for the price of $1 a day. Okay? Getting a coffee from Starbucks could be 300 to 400% more expensive than joining premium. Think about that. Getting a coffee from Starbucks every single day would be 300 to 400 to 500 to 600, depending. I don't know. Some people get like the 10 different things in their Starbucks percent higher than premium. A way for you to invest in yourself and change your life forever. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Can't even speak. Don't join to just blindly do whatever. Join if you want to learn how to invest in yourself and how to grow your trading mindset the right way. Okay. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not right all the time. I try my best. But yeah, that's pretty much the easiest way for you to get an in-depth look at my trading mind. And it says right there in the screenshot: swing trades, option ideas, weekly watch lists, and algorithm alerts by trade takes. A lot of people have been having some fun with the bullseye bot. We really never talk about it on stream because there's not really a reason to talk about it. It's in premium. But the bullseye bot has been a monster lately. Shout out to TradyTix for hooking it up for premium members. Yeah, that bot selects contracts, expirations. It gives you a confidence level and a tracking link that helps you see the percent change since the alert. And it automates support and resistance levels for you. So that thing's just firing off alerts all day. Some of them work, some of them don't, but I've been hearing some really good stuff about it. If you go to the testimonials channel in the Discord, a couple people have shared the results there as well, but that thing's been on fire lately. And if you want to learn more, watch the walkthrough video. All you got to do is go to the sign up page and you can see it. Actually can't put my mouse over that, but it says walkthrough video right there. It's the first link in the description or the pinned. If you click on the pinned comment, it says tips there, but if you click on it right under tips, it'll say premium. So yeah, prices go up Sunday. I want to make this very clear because in 4 or 5 months down the road, when the prices are even higher, I want to just let everybody know that you did have the option for $1 a day. You know, you're not going to get it again ever in history. So I wanted to make sure that this moment in time is being recorded. So in 4 or 5 months, we're going to be replaying the stream when somebody asks me why premium is $65 to $70 or whatever it is then. And I'll be replaying the stream saying, where were you then? You know? So that's that. And then finally, before we recap some premium day trades, on Wednesday, you're going to attempt to raise $500 for charity. Feeding America, so we're going to be trying to raise money for. My goal is 500. Whatever we raise is something I'm going to be proud of, whether it's $50, $1,000, whatever we raise, I'm going to be very, very proud of everybody for. So if you can donate whatever on Wednesday, show up, it'll be a good time. I don't know, maybe if somebody can think of some creative challenges, I don't mind doing challenges on stream. But yeah, the last time we did a charity stream, we raised over $1,000. It was last Christmas, and we're also going to be doing another charity stream this Christmas. I don't know what the charity is going to be yet. I'm still thinking about it, but we are doing one this Wednesday because of Thanksgiving. And then one final thing I want to talk about. We talked about TradingView Premium, the charity stream on Wednesday. I also want to let everybody know that this Saturday there's going to be a workshop in the Discord. It only costs $5,000 to attend the workshop. Just kidding, it's free. All you gotta do is be in the Discord. Don't have to be a premium member. Just be in the Discord. The link is in the description. Can one of the mods drop the link in the chat, please? Just join the Discord. And this Saturday at 2 p.m. EST, I'm gonna be doing a workshop talking about lottos. My segment's gonna be mainly just about lottos and my full process when it comes to short-term expiration calls and puts. So I'm gonna give you all a rundown. Okay, we had a 5,000% profit trade on Friday. Think about that, 5,000%. That's life-changing amounts of percents, okay? That was on Friday. And for those of you who just aren't interested in premium, that don't want to join the week before the prices go up, I still want to be able to do something, which is this workshop, so that I can share a little bit of the education. But yeah, this workshop's different from, we've done probably 3 or 4 workshops in the last few months. We've kind of been doing like one a month for the last few months. This workshop's going to be different. It's going to be longer. I'm going to probably have a 45 to 50 minutes segment of the workshop, but it's not just going to be me in this workshop. This is the first workshop where I'm going to be getting some guests. I already have 2 people confirmed. I've reached out to like another 3 or 4 people. Hopefully at least like one of them joins as well. So it's going to be 3 to 4 speakers most likely this Saturday that you're getting for free. People charge thousands of dollars for stuff like this. And I'm only reaching out to the highest quality people that have taught me things, right? I'll say the first person, I'm gonna keep a few of them a secret for right now. I don't want to make them like public yet, so you can just kind of be surprised on Saturday. But the first person I'm going to mention, we have 2 people as of right now. They're confirmed for Saturday. One of them is in the chat right now. It's Neutron Flux Labs. If you're in the Discord, you all know how many charts that Neutron has been sharing over the past year almost. And he's had an insane journey with trading and harmonics and options. And Neutron's segment on Saturday is going to be about 20 minutes long, and it's going to be about option Greeks, setting orders for options, and also Thinkorswim scripts. So yeah, that's just one of the segments. Then there's my segment. Then there's another person's segment who I'm gonna keep as a surprise for right now. Maybe I'll let you know later on in the week. And I've reached out to a lot of people, so I'm still waiting to get some more back. But I really want to make this workshop like the best options or short-term options workshop you could literally attend, and it's all for free. You just got to show up. Please show up. Putting a lot of work into this. I'm probably going to start planning out my segment tomorrow. And maybe it's recorded, maybe it's not. I'll figure that out later in the week. I even tried reaching out to the owner of TradyTix to ask if he would be interested in like talking about how to use the TradyTix tools, like the options flow and stuff like that. Unfortunately, he's busy this weekend, but he did say that he's a little bit more free in December. Maybe we'll do another, maybe we could do a workshop on options flow in December with the owner of TradyTix. That would be really cool. But yeah, attend that workshop. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be multiple speakers for all of you. That's what the free trading movement is about. Okay. We do have premium, and I literally put my heart and soul into everything. You know, I'm not working any jobs. I'm also a full-time college student. So there is premium, but other than that, I've said since day one, I do the stream for free. The course is free. I want to do workshops for free. It's about free education. That's what the free trading movement is. And make sure to attend the free trading movement Discord workshop this Saturday at 2 p.m. EST. Okay, mark it on your calendars, and let's get back to the stream. I just spent a lot of time talking about a lot of things. What's going to happen now is I'm going to very quickly just recap some premium day trades from today, and then after that we're going to do take a request for the rest of the stream. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out the links in the description. The course is there, the Discord's there, premium's there, trading view referral link is there, my disclaimers are there, everything's in the description. Let's talk about the day trades from today. So coming into today, I just dropped T, only a little bit though. Coming into today, we were on what I believe was a 7-win streak on options and premium. Let's break this down really quickly. I'm going to do this very quickly, don't worry. All right, so let's just go all the way over here. And let's go over here. Okay, so this was pretty much how, this was last week for options and premium. Insane week. And we were on a 7-win streak with the last trade of last week being a 5,000% potential return. And then, yeah, you know, it was fun. Really good win streak. Unfortunately, the win streak ended this morning. Yeah, it happens, but it's not the end of the world. And I'll explain that a little bit why. But let me kind of update to how it is right now. So this is what the sheet would look like right now if we add in today's trades, okay? All right, so this is kind of how the sheet looks now. So still, in the last 11 trades, potential returns of almost 57%, 100. Okay, and yeah, started off the day with a loss. Started off the week with the loss. Wasn't my plan, but it's always a potential in any trade, and it just didn't work out. I'm gonna break down the whole entire IWM failed trade for all of you, so you can see what went wrong. But later on in the day, we were able to not only just make up for that negative 20%, but almost triple that in profits. And we had SPY calls go up 60%. So this is kind of how the last options trades and premium are looking. Again, that's the first link in the description if you're interested in stuff like this, because there are going to be times when the swings are just doing horrible, but you always got the options trades, which aren't always doing amazing, but recently they really have been. So let me just clear that because this is for last week. I was just doing that so you could kind of get a visual. So what happened? So first off, let's go over to the IWM. Let's break down the failed trade from today. First failed trade in 8 trades, I believe. and pretty much where I think we're 8 for 9 in the last 9, if I'm counting that correctly. But IWM, let's go down to the 5-minute chart and see what happened. Okay, so what was my thesis originally? Well, you had this little range on the 5-minute chart. Let me actually pull up my Discord so I can make sure I'm covering everything. All right, so 5-minute, you were back testing a previous resistance. This green arrow is where I shared the alert. You're back testing a previous resistance, as you can see over here, from these areas and from this area. That was your 5-minute. On the 15-minute chart, it was breaking out of a little wedge. I actually recharted this, but it was breaking out of this wedge. If I try like that, you can see, you can get it right up there. On the 1 hour, it was at the demand line of this wedge you see right here with 1 hour classic bullish divergence, and on the 4-hour chart, potential hidden bullish divergence and back testing previous all-time high resistance zone. So that was my edge. It was honestly the same edge I've been using on all of the trades that did work out in the last 8 trades before this, or 7 trades before this. Same type of things I was looking for, multiple time frames. The variables I was looking for didn't really change, just the outcome did. Again, you have an edge when you're trading. Mark Douglas talks about this all the time. So if the edge I've been using on day trades recently, I think we're 8 for 9 right now in the last 9. Okay, so that's an 88%. Let's say these certain set of indicators and time frames overlapping gives you an 88% chance of being right. This was a 12% that just didn't work out. And again, those are very rough numbers. I'm not saying I have an 88% win rate. I don't know what the actual win rate percent on options is. I'm just saying about the last 9 trades. So probability just let's get off this page. I just typed in 8/9. Okay, so that's literally all I typed in. Want to make that very clear. But yeah, probability just caught up and it just didn't work out. And basically, if we go down to the 5-minute chart, this is where I shared it. And actually what happened was it dropped down to this level, and a few members messaged that so I shared the calls, and I think the calls were at $1.38 when I shared them right over here, and it dropped down over here, and the calls went down to like 111, 112, and some members were able to literally get in right around these areas. They waited for a little bit, and those members actually got 20 to 50% profit. Some members said they got 20. One member actually got like Monday calls or today's calls and ended up getting like 50% profit, I believe. So even though it was a failed trade, some premium members were actually able to profit off of this by getting in here and getting out over here, which is really cool to see. And then this red arrow is where I marked it red. So right over here is where I marked the trade red. It broke under this previous low. The calls were down about 20%, just like any other option trade. That's kind of my format. And literally right after that is when it really flushed. So yeah, it went down like another 1%. Like for example, from this area to where I marked red, it was only almost a 0.5% move. But after that went down another 1%. So even though it was a failed trade, you can still understand that there was a part of it that was profitable. And risk management really would have helped, because if you would have gotten out over here, it would have been an insanely large loss. So yeah, and then even later on in the day, it came all the way back up to these areas before selling off again. But really it was just the overall market started selling off really, really harshly at these areas, and it was just kind of like an everything was falling type of situation. And that was kind of what went wrong on that trade. And then a little bit later, I was able to get a nice little trade on SPY, and I profited this off myself. I was in both of these trades today, so I'm actually still in some Russell 2000 calls. One other thing I forgot to mention on Russell going into tomorrow, it is on my chart. Is this actually at the, why did that move? On regular, okay, sorry. Let me fix this. Wait, why is this so different? Maybe, oh, I might have been on extended hours when I was doing it originally. Let's see. No. Wait, what? Give me a second here. Maybe I was using a different low. Was I using this low? Yes, I was. I don't know why that moved. Okay. One thing I also wanted to mention about the Russell 2000. It's dropping into the golden retrace from the low on October 27th to the high, all-time high. So that's another thing I wanted to mention. I actually am still in some IWM calls, but I am down on them right now. But that's IWM. And then later on in the day, I was able to get a nice little trade off of SPY. And at the time, so basically I was down on my Russell calls, and then I played SPY calls, and I made back what I lost, what I was down on the Russell calls, and even more. So I was green on the day after the SPY trade. So basically, where the screen arrows is where I alerted it. The edge was pretty much a bullish pin bar off of pretty much a gap fill area. Thank you, Christian, for a subscription. I actually know 2 people with that same exact name, so I don't know if you're one of the people I know or you're just another Christian Garcia, but that's interesting. So yeah, bullish pin bar off this gap fill, and you had hidden bullish divergence. I think also the 15-minute, what was the edge on the 15? Oh yeah, 15-minute chart right over here. It was pretty much testing this demand line and roughly retesting the previous resistance from this ascending triangle, which we talked about earlier in the stream. And it led to a nice trade. So it went up and up and up, and pretty much around these areas, the calls were up about 60%. So negative 20% on IWM, plus 60% on S&P 500. And yeah, it ended up falling really harshly afterwards, but again, they were up 60%, so it was already a winning trade. But yeah, this still surprises me. I talked about this in the beginning of the stream, that this final hour of the day was, I don't know what was going on. Okay. So those are your day trade recaps from Premium for the day. And yeah, personally, I got in calls, some around over here. I did sell these a little bit earlier. I think I sold them. Actually, I got in a little bit of separate calls as well, but probably sold them somewhere in these areas. Where it's, I think this blue box is actually where I sold them, because I had that charted out. So yeah, those are your day trade recaps. And yeah, this is not just me randomly alerting stuff. I mean, if we just look through, like I broke everything down for you here on the stream, which was nice and all. But this is not just like those other paid groups where they're just typing random tickers and alerts and stuff like that. I mean, like literally this was, let's see where it starts out. So this was last Friday. The IWM calls 5,000% at the time. But like literally this was just from today. So when I shared the IWM calls in Premium, I shared the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, 4-hour chart, all with explanations. And then even as the trade was moving, I was updating on how it was going. Looking for a bounce here. It actually did bounce right there after that. And that's actually what some members were able to trade. As you can see, I said there it is. So even during the trade, there was a profitable scenario, but you would have had to gotten a lower entry. And the calls were back in profit for a little bit, and then the overall market just started dropping. And I said right over here, want to stay above the orange line, otherwise we'll have to mark them right on the sheet. It ended up breaking that orange line. I said other indices are selling off now. It broke that orange line right over here. I marked them right on the sheet. I said I was. And then literally right after that, this happened. So right where that orange line is where I marked it right on the sheet. And then this happens right after. So even on losing trades, I'm giving all the analysis possible, okay? And then even for the SPY, sharing the 2 separate time frames. I'm updating on how things are developing. Like just after I shared the original idea, a new variable appeared, which was a 5-minute bullish engulfing candle. And then after that, 3 white soldiers candle pattern appeared. So I was sharing all that as well. I was even adding a few resistance zones onto the chart. So I'm constantly just updating this, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how things ended. So yeah, first link in the description for that. And let's do ticker requests for the rest of the stream now. Okay, keep hitting the like button if you didn't already. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah. If you want to request a ticker, do not request anything up over 30% today. Do not request an OTC. Do not request anything that IPO within the last month. And remember, nothing I say is financial advice. I'm going to be looking at these tickers on the daily and 4-hour time frame. So I'm going to be looking at them in the eyes of a swing trader, not a day trader. Okay. There we go. Futures are actually pulling back right now. Russell futures are down about 1/5%. NASDAQ futures are down 1/4%. And I still have calls for tomorrow, so hopefully they bounce back up. Thank you, Neutron, for dropping the Discord link. Scrooge says the bullseye is fire. It's also good for learning, checking the chart after the bullseye alert to see how it moves. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, personally, I haven't really used it too much myself. I definitely want to start using it more. He's talking about the bullseye bottom premium, for those who are confused. KTF says, please record the workshop on Saturday. I can't promise. Yeah, I can't promise. I don't know. That's something I'm going to figure out as we get closer to it. There we go. Nick says, I bought IWM at 1.19, sold at 1.42. So even on failed trades, premium members are still finding a way to profit. That's what I love to see.
This is that one.
Linda Glenn saying bullseye has been 50-50 for me. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be different results for different people. It's sharing a lot of different alerts. So one person's results will be different from another person's results for sure. I'm gonna try and keep it to one ticker per person for right now. What's up, Maddie?
This couldn't happen again.
Are you playing games with me, Nick? November has been the month of stock offerings and insider sale. The amount of offerings this month have been crazy. Maddie wants you to check syrup. Alright, first up, TLRY. This was a break-even swing for premium, even though at one point it was probably up, I don't know, like 20-something%, I don't remember. But yeah, it's testing a make or break area, this little blue box. It's where it bounced off of in October and November. We'll see if we can bounce off of it again. If not, there's a gap fill at 950, resistance around 1276. CHWY support 64 bucks, resistance is around 80 bucks. That's really all I got. You have some hidden bearish divergence on the daily MACD. You made a higher high from this MACD line to the next one, and you made a lower high from this high to this high. If you want to learn more about any of the technicals I talk about on stream, the free course is in the description. Delta, this is a premium trade as well. It hit two out of 3 targets. At this point, I mean, maybe it tries to double bottom here. We'll see if it can hold it. It's testing a support. That's really what I got. So it's testing a support. If it breaks the support, it could head down towards 37.58 to test that level. That's your delta. RSR. A better part to look at. Probably look at this like so symmetrical triangle. To me, it looks like it might be breaking down. I don't know. There's not a lot of fall through price action so far. One could argue that you could just move this line right over here because you only have one tap on the other line regardless. So it might just take some more time to see what the real trend is. But it's roughly showing resistance around the 200-day moving average, which has recently appeared on the chart. That's really all I got on RSR right now. I mean, we could chart a few different historical levels. Leave it at that. PROG.
The present is the only real time.
It's still just in this range. It's just chilling in this range between 390 and 520. I think if this range breaks up, it could retest 620. If it breaks down, it could head down to about 287-ish. After hours, I mean, it went all the way down to 350 after hours and then closed after hours at 415. So, yeah. See, scalar. It's pretty much like an abandoned baby candle pattern. It's not really a doji candle, but it's close to the psychology of an abandoned baby. So bearish candlestick pattern on the daily. It broke a demand line. I mean, these are bearish. A lot of large caps look just like this. I mean, the NASDAQ itself looks just like this. Breaking a demand line, Getting some bearish divergence on the daily. You have bearish divergence on the RSI. And a bearish candle pattern, just like the NASDAQ. I mean, just a lot of these large cap looks very, very similar right now, and they're all kind of doing the same thing. It's a little bit weary, or I'm a little bit weary, if that's the right word to use. It might not be at all. Again, you know, so that stock could still go up. They're just technicals. It's not the future. Could be the future, but it could not. Be the opposite of the future. AGC kind of broke out of this little triangle and then just created a new little triangle afterwards. So I'm just gonna delete the first one. Yeah, I would just like to see which way this breaks. I already have the levels charted out. You got some hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Those are your levels. That's pretty much really what I got right now for AGC. CELH, testing the 70-70 historical level. It was a previous resistance from January, February, and the 200-day moving average. Doji candle, so indecision candle. Yeah, maybe it could be looked at as harmonic. Like a shark. Actually, right now, so the B point's too shallow for a cipher. I believe you need to create 2. So maybe, again, it's at a 78% retrace regardless of any harmonic here, but maybe at an 886, you'd be testing this little level. So 2 levels I see is, first off, you got 70-70, which is your support, and 200-day moving average you're testing, and a 786 roughly. And then you have the 886, which would be the PCC of a shark. It's a low from over here, high from over here. So those are 2 levels I'd be watching. If it breaks that, then I mean, I'm probably thinking like 43 or something. So those are 2 levels I'd be watching for support. TSM is testing the upside of this range, break above this range, and then you got a gap fill up at 133. So we'll see if we can break above it. In terms of support, you got a little bit of support around 118, so your 200-day moving average, and you spent a few days consolidating over there. AMC, still just in this triangle pattern. You know, I'd keep a close eye on AMC. It's getting towards the end of this triangle pattern. This is a premium swing. It already hit the first target for 18% profit. I think the breakout level for AMC would be around 44.50. Okay, so that's your AMC right there. Jack says, also with RSR, I was looking at it from perspective of a bearish crab forming at a golden retrace level. Yeah, the FUBO, we looked at FUBO earlier. The harmonic got invalidated, it went too deep. But I mean, I think I already brought up the supports last night. So those are the next supports I'd be watching roughly on FUBO. Those are the levels. APO, pretty interesting. Oh my gosh, this is Apollo. The right angle descending broadening wedge. This was a swing. I think it actually failed. But Apollo is who worked with Fisker with the SPAC. But this was the level I was watching in the past, or a chart that I was watching in the past. Kind of had this right angle descending broadening wedge. That's one way to look at it. You could have also just looked at it like cup and handle. But it was a really interesting chart to me on this breakout. I mean, this was the level. This was the breakout level. It broke it and went crazy. We were talking about this early in the year, but now at this point, you're getting a little bit of a bull. This is really, I'm going to keep this on my watch list. Who requested this? KTF. Got a bull flag right over here. It's trying to break out of with hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Let's see if we got anything on the 4 hour. We've got confirmed hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour. So yeah, really interesting chart right here. Follow. NEPT in a falling wedge. You try to break out of it. It's back inside of it. And it's in the middle of 2 different historical areas. Where is 26 cents from? Oh, it's the previous low pretty much. Okay. That's really all I got. Little wedge inside of the middle of 2 historical levels. All right. So that's going to be it for tonight's stream. Premium prices go up forever on Sunday. Okay, this is the last week you're going to be able to join for the price of $1 a day, and you'll be grandfathered in at that rate forever. Okay. Trading View Black Friday sale, 60% off plus a month free, and if you use my referral code $30 up to $30 off. That link's in the description. Premium links in the description. And make sure to be here on Wednesday for the charity stream. We're going to try and donate $500 worth of food charity. And okay, we'll do METX and NEO, and then we'll call it. Those are the last two for sure. METX is really not much I can do on this chart. You can zoom in and chart a couple levels here, but that's really about it. Really all I could do here, just chart the levels. NEO was up 7% today, that's nice. Trying to reclaim 200-day moving average. It's just in the range here, in my opinion, between like 38 and like 43. Just range bound for right now. It was a nice swing. Hit the first target. We'll see if it eventually hits the second target. It's really it for NEO right now. So yeah, futures recovering. Now, futures are all over the place. They were up, they were flat, they were down. Now they're flat again. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's truly insane. You all have to remind me to stop slouching. When is NEO day? Oh yeah, hit that like button if you didn't already. December 18, I believe, got a run up last year into it. Neutron says you don't need luck tomorrow, just TA and price action and an education and a place to get it at, which is the free trading movement Discord. Neutron says posture bro, part of my workshop will be knowledge desk worker. Postures and exercise is awesome. You better throw your camera on and do yoga, and we could do some FTM yoga. If you start doing yoga, I'll do yoga. All right, we should all start doing yoga during the workshop on Saturday. YCUS says I actually did Iron Condor and NEO today. One of the speakers on Saturday is going to be talking all about spreads, which will be interesting. Wait, I don't know if that's I can't remember if YCUS is who the I don't want to say your name if that is. I think it is. I think you are. Yeah, you said that was your Discord name, right? And you already shared that with me, the screenshots. Let me verify this really quickly. I gotta scroll up a bit. I don't see NEO. I don't want to say what I'm seeing, obviously. Alright, well. Alright, I guess he revealed it himself. I was gonna keep it a secret. But yeah. 5150. Yes, that is you. So 5150, right now we have Neutron Flux Labs, like I said earlier. Who's going to be talking about...
Funny kid. Why? I don't know. Things you say.
I'm glad you came along.
Neutron's going to be talking for 20 minutes on Saturday about Greeks, orders, and scripts. And then 5150 is going to be spending about half an hour talking about spreads on options. 5150 has taught me a ton about options. For those of you who are in the Discord, I don't know if he's in the Discord right now. I know he's been kind of doing his own stuff lately. But he's been a member of the Discord. He was a member of the Discord. He was a technical analyst in the Discord. I'm sure a lot of you remember 5150. He's just, busy a lot of the time, but yeah, absolute legend. He's a member of Mitch Ray's community as well. We both have learned very similar things from Mitch Ray, and yeah, I really think you're gonna enjoy what he has to say about spreads. I mean, he's a genius with that stuff. I'm glad, because everybody's always asking me about options, spreads, and complex strategies, and I just really haven't gotten into them. I've tried a couple times. It just didn't really sit with me or sync well. I don't know what the right word to use, but you know, I don't really like talking about spreads because I'm not super fluent with them. I understand the basis of it and a lot of different option strategies, but I don't really use them myself, so I don't really want to educate on them. So yeah, 5150 will be covering that on the workshop for all of you, which is going to be awesome on Saturday. Lump wants to talk about Bollinger Bands. He told me to ask. What did you guys say? Did you answer me in social chat? I don't know. Can we get a confirmation, Maddie? Are you talking on Saturday? Is the Lump talking on Saturday? Why did you message what a scam? Oh, I said totally not live right now. I think that's why. Saturday's gonna be awesome. Fun times. Love the Bollinger. Oh, I mean, Bollinger Bands have been amazing on day trades recently. I used to use Bollinger Bands like back in like March or April or something, and they just didn't really work too well at the time. But the past like 2 months, I've started to use them again, and they've been really helpful. There we go. 37 likes, 200 playbacks. Appreciate it. Yeah. All of you were amazing in the chat tonight. I mean, this was one of the lowest viewership streams we've had in a minute, but the chat was amazing. So thank you all for being so supportive in the chat. Really appreciate that. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of chilling right now. I'm probably gonna get out of here soon. We're just talking, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. I think you meant to say I can make it, but I'll try. All right. Just let me know. I'm still working on a couple other surprise guests. We'll see. Stonks Vader? Am I Stonks Vader? I don't know. Who's Stonks Vader? I might do something right now. Well, I'm Stonks Vader. Thinking about doing something right now. I'm not completely sure. I think I'm gonna do it. Okay, we have 17 people in here. I wanted to wait till like most people were starting to leave the stream. Do this. It was just something I had in mind. Here's what's gonna happen. It's gonna take me a minute to do this. Spack Invader says, looking forward to Lotto's Discord event. Awesome. It's gonna be amazing. Figure out how to do this again. Here we go. Okay. Spack Invader says that 5,000% lotto was insane. Didn't catch. Congrats. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. One more like tip, 40 likes. I'm going to end the stream in like probably 5 to 10 minutes. I'm about to do something really quickly. I'm just setting it up right now. Trying to make sure I don't mess this up, because it could be really bad if I mess this up. I'm not trying to waste anybody's time. This is going to be a premium related thing, so if you're just not interested in premium, pretty much the stream's over, I guess. I just wanted to say that really quickly. I don't want to like, you know, try and hype this up and just say it's premium for those of you that just aren't interested. Just want to make that clear. Basically, I'll just say what I'm doing right now. I'm making a coupon code for 50% off. And just because all of you have been super cool this stream, I wasn't planning on doing a sale this week. For one person in the stream, I'm going to put an Easter egg on the premium sign-up page. If you can find it, you get 50% off annual. Which would technically be, I think that would be the cheapest annual ever. I don't think anybody's ever signed up for annual at this price before. And that's before the price raise too. So let's see if I can figure this out. All right, I think it's good. I hope it's good. Now I gotta hide it on the website. So now I gotta figure out how to do that. Oh gosh. Where's the website editor? Oh, there we go. All right, where do I hide this? I got it. Wait, how do I? Oh, there we go. Let me just make sure it works now.
Did you have fun today? What did you do?
Oh, things.
You were alone most of the day. Why didn't you come home to me?
Okay, it's live. Wow. All right, so here's what's happening. All right, there's only 16 people here. Perfect. All right, if one of the 16 of you in the stream right now has been on the fence about premium, I just hit an Easter egg on the website. If you can find it, you get 50% off annual, which is, what is that, $140? So you're gonna get annual for $140. Now keep in mind, the price of annual on Sunday is going to be $325, okay? So let's see. 325, and then 140, and that's about 56% off from what the price will be on Sunday. And I don't even know how much percent off that's going to be compared to having monthly. All right, I should stop talking about it. Somebody already got it. Somebody already found it. Wow. So Corey, congrats. Like I was literally just, I was just explaining it. Corey found it. So yeah, that was that. That was crazy. Corey literally did it. He or she, I don't know if, congrats. You just found it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you just got, do people want more of these? Where was it? Oh, I could show that. I'm pretty sure nobody else has gotten annual at that price before. I only want, I don't know. I feel like that was like so quick. If other people in the chat want me to do it one more time, I'll do it just one more time, but I'm not going to make this like, you know, I'm going to do like 10 of them. It's literally like, Corey just found it really, really quickly. So congrats and thank you for the support. What else is in the chat?
What did you do?
Corey just got like the deal of the year though. That's crazy.
You were alone most of the day. Why didn't you come home to me?
Got another premium guy that's in the chat, wants to know if the workshop is recorded. He's got fam things. Sheesh. The thing about recording, it's like one, I have to make sure my battery is going to be good. Two, for a certain aspect of it, I want it to be somewhat private because it's a workshop. Otherwise, I just feel like if I were to say I'm recording it, a lot of people just wouldn't show up because they're like, oh, I'll just watch the recording later, you know? I was on some previous workshops I've recorded, or I think there's only one I recorded. It was like really not as many people showed up because there was going to be a recording of it. So I don't know. It's just a few things I have to figure out. Also, I need to figure out how I'm gonna even format my screens, because I also need to be sharing my screen. So it's gonna be really hard for me to manage the Discord, share my screen, record it on a separate screen. I don't know. Where was? Oh yeah, you were asking where it was. So I don't know how Corey found it that quickly. I really didn't think. I thought it wouldn't. So I didn't even think somebody would find it. Basically, if you were to have just scrolled down, I already took it out. Oh no, I didn't. It was right there. I just put a hyperlink on literally this word at the bottom, and if you would have clicked on it, it would have brought you to a link that would have given you 50% off. You can go try it right now. It's not going to work because I put maximum 1 redemption for that link. So that was interesting. You can look at my beautiful disclaimers in the meantime. Paxton says, I remember when we were playing COD together, we carried those lobbies. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Paxton. Was that BO4? I was so good at BO4. You click that? Wait. Let me just make sure. Yeah, only one person has used the coupon. You could still try and click it. I'm pretty sure it's not going to work. Let me verify that. Yeah, it's just going to pretty much show you the full price if you even try to click it. So it's not going to work. Record it and then charge $2 to $5 recording. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to charge for that. Yeah, it's BO4. Awesome, Paxton. Hope you're doing well. Seriously. I don't know if fan card's good or not. This is the first time I haven't bought the new Call of Duty in I don't know how many years. Which is crazy. Spac Invader, do you want me to try and do one more time? Medi, do you want me to do one more time? I'll do it one more time if somebody says yes in the chat. If not, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll give you like 30 seconds. I'm gonna end the stream. Unless you say you want me to do one more time. And yeah. I'm never, I literally swear I'm never gonna do this again if I do it one more time. If I don't do it one more time tonight, I might do it another time on another stream this week. But I'm not doing this more than once. I just can't. It's just, yeah. It just doesn't make sense. I'm just doing this to thank all of you, but also, of course, you're supporting me if you pay for it. So it's awesome. I just saw a random word. I just saw a random word with a link on it. Got lucky. Yeah, you were so quick. I was just about to like show the website. Paxton says, man, I'm calling in a favor from the good old days. I need you to help me with my portfolio. I can't give you financial advice, but watch the course on my channel. There's a 3.5-hour course on my channel. Join the Discord. We have so many other people in the Discord that can help you learn. Just message me if you have any questions. Seriously, you definitely have me on Twitter or Discord. Spac Invader said, all right, we'll do it one more time. This is the last time I'm ever going to do this. Like, I promise all of you, never ever going to get, unless like, I don't know, inflation goes insane. Well, technically it would be more money, but the value of it would be less. I don't know. I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. All right, so I gotta fix this. All right, first of all, I gotta take this hyperlink off the website so nobody just spams it the second I add it to 2 redemptions. Give me a sec. I'm gonna need a minute to do this. I just want to make sure I don't mess this up, because I mess this up like and 10 people click it at the same time, then there's gonna be 10 people getting it for 140, and I just can't do that. So first off, I gotta take it off. Actually, I gotta make a new coupon, I think, because otherwise somebody could just be waiting on that page. There we go. Alright, well, you better be on the sign-up page in about 60 seconds, because I'm sure there's already like 4 or 5 people scrolling up and down the page. It's not there yet. I'll let you know when it's live on the page. It's not there yet. It's going to take like another minute. One time, 50% off. Premium annual starts today. 1 maximum redemption. Coupon can be used on both new and existing. 50%. Looks good to me. And now I gotta hide on the website. I'm gonna make this one harder. I have to make this one harder. Okay. Alright, wow. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna make this one pretty tough to find. And I'm currently at 17% battery. This one's actually gonna be insanely hard to find. Actually, I need to make it even harder. Okay, I don't think anybody's gonna get this. I might have to just give it away later, but we'll see. Okay. All right, so it's not there yet. Just want to make that clear. There's going to be a hyperlink somewhere on this website within all the text. You click it, it's going to give you 50% off for annual, the cheapest price you'll actually ever be able to get premium at, like literally ever. And I'm not doing this ever again. So I'm going to hit the live button in a second here. All right, it's live. There you go. Good luck. That's the last chance. Not doing it again. Somewhere on this website. You got to find it. I'll let you know when somebody finds it. So coupons, good. Spack Invader says, think I got it. We'll see. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you did. How? What? How? I really thought that one was going to be harder. I actually just forgot where I put it. Okay, I see it. I don't know if any of you see it. I see it right now. But yeah, you got it. So you go. That was the last one ever. It was right here. Right there. You see how my mouse changes from like the I to like a and? Yeah, it was like right at that. But it's not going to work anymore because it was one to redemption. So regardless, even if you weren't able to get it, still getting in right now is a much better price than waiting until next Sunday for monthly or annual. That is going to be grandfathered. If you stay in annual for the next 5 years, you're going to be paying $140 for the next 5 years. So as long as you have auto renew on, that goes for everybody. As long as your auto renews on, whatever price you sign up with, you're never ever going to be charged higher. If you ever do get charged higher, if there's like a glitch or something, or I just messed up how it works, DM me and I'll make sure that I refund you for that. But you're never going to get charged higher. That's just not what I want to do. All right. Saturday, be there. All right. Let me start us off first off. Wednesday, please watch the stream, charity stream. We're going to try and raise money to donate food. And then Saturday, free Discord workshop for Lottos. Be there as well. There's going to be multiple speakers on Wednesday. Congrats to Spack Invader and Corey for getting annual at the cheapest price ever. And also thank you to both of you. And thank you to all of you for all the support. Thank you for the likes. Thank you all for changing my life every single day. And always giving me motivation. I really appreciate all the kind words. So yeah, have a great night. This was a really fun stream. It was less people in here, but the vibes were amazing tonight. So I really appreciate it. I'll be live again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. EST. I will see you then. And yeah, like Corey said, let's feed some people Wednesday. Let's do it. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Peace out.